Hi, friends. So today is the last lesson for Unit 2. Can you believe it that we've already made it through 2 units in math? I think that's amazing. Tomorrow we will be taking our math test. So today, while we're working together, if you have any questions or confusions, make sure to ask me about them. As this says, we're Unit 2, Lesson 14, and you'll need page 107 and your spiral. The next time I teach a lesson, we'll be working on Unit 3, and that's when you will need that ruler I sent home to you. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and put my book to the side because we're going to start out with just me checking in and seeing how you might solve this equation. Are you ready for it? All right, here it is. Yeah, do you notice that? It's not just 2 numbers that we're adding together. We are adding 3 different numbers together for this equation. So this is called adding with more than 2 addends. Addends are these right here, these individual chunks of numbers. And what is going to happen in just a moment, I will pause the video and I want each of you to try to solve this equation on your own. If you have questions, be sure to ask, but just give it a try. Have your brain stretch. Recently, I had a friend who told me, I don't like to do the hard math. I only like to do the easier math with just 1 number. But here's the thing, friends. You can't exist on just having 1 number because as you grow up, you're going to need to be counting money, you're going to need to be shopping for things, you're going to need to pay bills, you need to do all those responsible things, and you need to be able to handle adding bigger numbers. So just give this a try, see what happens with it, and when we come back, we'll talk about the different ways that you all solved it. Ready, set, go. All right, so now that everybody has solved it, and we talked a little bit about how you solve it, I wanted to just review the different ways that kids solved this equation. So this is the first way. Kids added 29 plus 17. 9 plus 7 is 16. 1 plus 2 plus 1 tenths, that's 4 tenths. We have 46. We need to add it to 48. 46 plus 48. 6 plus 8 is 14. 94. So our total was 94. So that was the first way some people solved it. Put my magic line down here. Let me get my yellow pen out. Oh, how embarrassing. I wasn't prepared. The next way I'm going to go ahead and solve this is just doing it in a different order. 17 plus 48. 7 plus 8 equals 15. So this is the second way, sorry. 1 plus 1 plus 4 tenths is 6 tenths, so we have 65. 65 plus 29 is the one we have left. 14, and we still end up with 94. So either way that you used to get to that was just fine. And the last one, I'm gonna make like a little stair step here because it's gonna be a little taller, is when we just stack them all up. 29 plus 17 plus 48. This one requires us to do a lot of keeping track. So 9 plus 7 is 16. 16 plus 8, 16. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So now instead of a new 10 up here, I have a new 20. Put my 4 ones down there. And then I can add this all up, all these 10s, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I still end up with 94. So any way you want to solve this is just fine. If you want to add together those two numbers at the front, the second two numbers, the two end numbers together, however you want to do it, or all together, that's fine. So I have a tendency to do this one, and I will do things like this. That's 16, and then plus 8, and then I can get my 14, and I end up with 24. And so sometimes I do little notes on the side like that, just to help me keep track of my thinking, and you can do that too if you want. So however you solve it is just fine. The important part, my friends, of course, is this guy right here. This guy needs to be correct, and that's the most important thing. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn my page. Actually, no, I'm not, because I want to keep that out. And we're going to look at page 107 right now. (107) is practice using 3 addends. And I want to show you something real quick. So this is the test that we'll be taking tomorrow. All that looks pretty straightforward, doesn't it? And then we get over here, and there are 2 equations that have multiple addends. So there's 2 equations there that will be doing what we're doing today. So there are 2 opportunities for you to show what you know. There's money, there's more money, and then there's some story problems. So this is a pretty big test, but I have faith that you can do this. But I just wanted to show you that our test has 2 equations like what we're solving today. So if you have questions, make sure and ask them. So, but we're not on that page yet today. We're on page 107. So let's take a look at number 1. And this is the one that I'm gonna do for you. We will do this one together. You will solve these 2 on your own. So right here, we're gonna go ahead and do 2 by 2. So we're gonna start out like this, where we add the first 2 and then the second 2. So we're gonna start out with 15 plus 29. We'll add this together. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'll put my 4 over here and my new 10 up here. Now I'm gonna add up my 10s. 10, 20, 30, 40. I'll pause for a moment so that you can catch up. Okay, so we added this one plus this one. That's why I put a little X through them, but we have not added that third one yet. So we need to add 44 plus 36. So 6 plus 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I know there's a lot of you that already know that so well because you know your math facts. Now we have 4 plus 3 plus 1. 4 plus 3 plus 1 more equals 8 tenths. So our answer here is 80. So you'll notice that I didn't do a proof drawing this time. If you want to do proof drawing, you can still use a proof drawing. There's no reason that you shouldn't use it. But I'm also giving you permission today to not do a proof drawing if you don't need to use one. All right. So with this one, we're going to start out with 24 plus 27. And oh my goodness, I need some help. What should I do first? I love it when I hear people say things like add the ones. Yes, we are going to add the ones. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I have my 1 down here and my new 10 right there. Now we're going to do what? Add the 10s. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I added 24 plus 27. Now what?
What's your schedule like today? Have you eaten?
Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna add 34 plus 51. Right there. And you might have heard Mr. Littlejohn talking to Jude, and that's natural. Just like in your house, you have people who are existing and living right now. I also have people existing and living around me. So now we have 34 plus 51. What should I do? Thank you. We're going to add 4 plus 1. Do we have a new 10? No, we don't. So we're just going to go ahead and drop our 5 down here. Now we can add 5 tens plus 3 tens. What do we have? Thank you. Yes, indeed. We have 85. Do you have any questions? All right, I'm going to go ahead and pause the video while we work through these ones, but we are not finished because there's a second page. So go ahead and finish those ones right now. All right, friends, this isn't all that different. This is just adding 4 of them together. So remember how we added 2 of them and then the next 2? Well, when we have 2 of these and then the next 2 and the next 2, that means we're just gonna have to do 3 different equations. So it's not like it's that much different. Just has 1 more equation. So we're just gonna work on down our line. So 18 plus 23. 8 plus 3, 8, 9, 10, 11. New 10, the 1. Then we're going to add this up. We'll cross this out. 2, 3, 4. So we end up with 41. Now we're going to add 41 plus 34. Okay, 1 plus 4. No new 10. 4 plus 3. Okay, now I have 75. Now I'm going to do it one more time because I still haven't done anything with the 17. So I need to add 75 plus 17. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 7 plus 1 plus 1, 7, 8, 9. So our total of all 4 of those is 92. I do, we do, you do. These last 2 you're going to do on your own. So let's start right here. What are we going to do first? Thank you. We're going to add the first 2. What does 8 plus 2 equal? How do I write that on the equation? Thank you. I'm going to put my 0 down here and my 10 up here. Now I'm going to add those together. 1 plus 3 plus 3. 3 plus 3 plus 1 more equals 7 tens. Now what? Thank you. I'm going to add my 70 plus 14. 0 plus 4, 4. 7 plus 1. Thank you. 8. Now what? You guys are really good at this. 84 plus 25. So what do I do first? Good job. 4 plus 5 equals Thank you. 9. 8 plus 2 equals 10. So we got 109. We're working on this right now. Take a photograph of this page with all of these equations done. If you copied them down while I worked, then you are already halfway done. If you didn't copy it down while I worked, you might have to rewatch the video or just do it yourself. So my expectation is 108 is what you're going to turn in to me today. We're going to work on this in class together, and tomorrow, don't forget, we've got our test to take. See ya then, friends.